What's up, my friends? It's TMX host again. Today, I want to tell you about the secret rares of Wilderness from MetaZoo Old, MetaZoo Retro, MetaZoo 1.0. So, way back when there was Wilderness, the set that came after CN. So, everybody could get a hold of it. There was all these different types. There was big box, small box, RV box. There was all kinds of stuff. And I'm being facetious on a little bit of this, but the majority of it was really easy to get, and it was overprinted. But the what wasn't overprinted was the secret shadows, the secret rares in them. There were three types: the gold, the silver, and the bronze tickets, and they were in each SKU supposedly. So every SKU. So there's the booster boxes, there's the spell books, there's the release event decks, there's the decks, and there's the blister pack. So there's supposedly one of each in each one, but they were hard to get, and they still haven't picked all of them because there's so many. They probably haven't been ripped up. I'm sure a lot of people have them stored away somewhere, unripped in boxes in their closets or basements or something, or attics. And in them were the gold, which supposedly gave you equity in the company, the silver, which gave you, I believe, a Mothman sample card, and the bronze, which would give you a Kickstarter box. So, first one was pulled on the day after release date of Wilderness by Hyperbole. He went and got it graded, came back in a 10, CGC 10. He got it signed on the case by Pepe DeLuca. I believe it was Pepe DeLuca who did the art. And the second one was pulled shortly, not shortly after, but months after. And then there was the bronze was ripped maybe a year or almost a year later. And then the silver wasn't until recently. And silver is owned right now by DPD19, who has it graded. I believe, I don't want to say the grade. It's high grade, but I believe it's going for 19,000 right now on his eBay. So I don't want to talk too much about eBay, but because that is MetaZoo Menace's realm. But I did want to talk about it that they sold. They had sold yesterday. Today is Friday, so it's Thursday. The bronze sold for like, I want to say $9,000, $8,000, and I'm sorry, the gold sold for about $9,000, and the bronze sold for about $900, and all fees included. So it's really sad to see because those were huge, huge, cards in the hobby in MetaZoo, and now they're selling for a fraction of the cost. They never really were turned in like they're supposed to. I know there was a time frame that you had to cash them in, and I know there's issues with getting them past legal to give you the equity in the company. But they did sell. I hope that everyone's happy. Hope whoever got it is going to keep it for life, and I hope that whoever sold it because they didn't want it anymore. They needed the money, whatever the reason. I hope it was all because of good reasons. And that's all I got for you today. Again, I hope MetaZoo Menace does a more detailed version of the eBay sales and talks about it because these are really big, important pieces of the hobby. All right, y'all. Be good. Be cool. Do good. Be nice to each other. Eat your vegetables and say your prayers. Now you know what it is. Be cool. Do good. And be nice to each other. Peace.